Today we're going to make this church right here behind me, including doing some of the research that is required to unlock some of the later items, such as the confessional booth and the tithe box and candle. This is obviously quite a big build, but I think it looks nice and I hope you guys agree. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to build the church over here somewhere. I'm going to have it raised up a little bit because it gets a bit taller up the back here anyway. So in order to be able to actually place it, I think we're going to need to do that. Actually, is that there's in the way? Is that just a berry bush? If so, we could potentially just pick the berries, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna get all this stuff out of the way, clear the land first, then we'll build it. This right here is the framework for the church that we're going to be building. And the next thing, of course, is to build up some walls and things. So I need to think about how I want to do this because I probably don't need or want like a ton of walls, right? So let's see. I mean, we could have a couple of windows. So I think maybe we'll put one on this side and one over on this side. And then we'll have a couple here because this is going to kind of just be the entrance foyer area. But then the rest of it is not going to be having windows, right? So we'll just do the normal wood wall for the rest of the build here along the back there, which is where the altar will go and stuff like that. And then the pews and stuff will go obviously facing that. And we'll do something cool with the roof as well. So let's see, all that goes down there, just like this. Very good. Now, actually, I've had kind of a different idea here. So what I want to do is not the whole structure, just this one here. I want to take down a couple of bits here. I might leave a little porch out the front of the church, so we'll leave that. Let's take you down, though, so let's demolish that and see if we can get a little structure piece out the back here. Okay, that's good, we can. And we're going to build this at the back like a bit higher. This will be like a bit of a tower type of thing. So, yeah, you guys, I'll build this up and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so it looks like that, as you can see. I think that's going to look kind of good. And then we'll have like a smaller roof along this section here, which we can actually start doing now just to make sure this is going to work in the way that I want it to. So let's see, we need roofs, which are down here. And we're just doing this out of wood, I think, is going to be the best way to do it. But do I want maybe like this wood? Yeah, let's go for this one here, just so it's not quite, so it's like wood, not thatch, basically, is what I'm trying to get at here. So can we place you, let's see, we want you like that, okay, and then we'll place one next to you. And one there. Very good. And obviously we'll do the same over this side. And now the final thing will be to put some gables in the middle, but I think we might need to build some structure before that's possible. So let's see, it would be this one here, but I don't think it's going to allow us to do this yet. I think we're going to need to place down some structural stuff. Yeah, otherwise I'm not going to find that. So what we'll do is we'll look at the structural things, and for the inside, we're probably going to want, let's see, yeah, maybe open plan like this. And I've used these ones a lot, so I'll use the smaller arches like this. And we'll place these down the middle here. So we just like need them there, there, and there. And we'll do the same over on this side. And actually, I'm just realizing they are going to need to be too high as well, aren't they? So we need to place them, let's see, like in here as well. All right, so with that done, you'll see here we can now place this roof on top. Oh, I misplaced that one, didn't I? Let's go ahead and make sure we can delete that. Okay, delete the wrong thing. I need to delete this little gable here. Come on, let me get to you. Okay, if I zoom in, maybe I can select this now. Yep, there we go. Okay, my bad. Let me fix this up. All right, so that's how that's looking right now. And then obviously the roof at the back here is going to be much higher. What we want to do now is zoom in a little bit and see what we're going to do with this thing. So can I place something up here? I probably can if I go into structures first and place down a bit of an arch. We're using these ones for this, aren't we? Let's see if we can put that along the back there. Then that bit will actually be accessible as well, right? And then we just place it on top of there. And that's very good. Yeah, okay, this seems like it's working. All right, so this now looks like that, and this has been fully built. I don't think it's looking terrible. The only thing is, around the back here, I think if we get rid of, like, at least one of these wood walls, it gets rid of all the ones above it, but that's fine. What we could do is put some windowed wood walls in, and that will look probably a little bit better again. So if we get these window walls here, I'll place one there, and then we'll go back to the normal wooden wall right on the top. Yeah, I think that looks better, doesn't it? And I'm in two minds about whether I fill this top bit in or not. I kind of think the open plan bit there looks kind of nice to have it open at the top. So yeah, and then I got to think about these bits down here. Do we want to fill these in as well? Now, one thing we definitely want is a door to enter the church. There we go. And can I place structure out here? So if we do this, this is going to be like a nice little porch then for people to get in and out of the church. And like we'll have some chairs and stuff out here maybe. So a little seating area. And I think that's looking pretty nice actually all up. Obviously, we still need to decorate the inside. I'm just really in two minds about whether I close this up or leave it. But I think I need to close it up. It doesn't look good enough when it's like that. So we need to get these little bits here like this and put these in these corners. So one there and then one here, just like that. And maybe we'll put a window above the door, actually, for the front bit, like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I might leave the very top of it open. I don't know why. I just kind of like that for the church for some reason. So I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see it from the ground level. Yeah, it's not too bad, right? Like from the center here. I think it looks okay. It looks kind of churchy. At least I think so. Hopefully you guys agree with that. All right, so now the bit where we have to decorate this and actually make it function as an actual church, right? So let's see. We've got the altar. We're going to need some planks for that. We do have enough money. And then we got pews and stuff. So let's go get a load of planks and then we can build this thing. All right, so let's see. With the altar, I wonder, like, we could put it in the back here maybe. And that's like, yeah, could be like a little thing that we decorate then around here. So I might do that. Realize I just pushed the wrong button, but let's just grab that a second and see if we can get this thing to look good. So if I place this here like this, I think that'll kind of work. Yeah. All right. And now what we're going to need are some pews as well. So I think with the pews, what we can do is put them like this. So one there, maybe one there, and one there. And then we want to do the same over on this side, one there. I don't know why they're not showing up actually. Yeah, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Let's see. So we want them showing up so I can actually make sure they're all aligned. I think I was a bit too zoomed in. That's why they weren't. So let's see. That one can go there. That one can go there. That's probably enough. And there we go. That is a church built. I actually didn't realize that on the top right there, it's telling me we need 6 and we've built 6. So that's pretty cool. And I wonder actually, if we go into the buildings tab, let's maybe look to upgrade this as we go. Assuming we can upgrade. Or maybe we can. Okay, we need artisans, by the way, to work here. So that's another thing. We could hire people. So that is basically the church is built now and it's big enough is what the game's saying. We will obviously decorate it and add things to it though. Let's see what recruits are available to us. We do have a tradesperson we can recruit. This would be great to actually get someone in. So I'm going to offer them a decent amount of money here. Like 55. We're almost at 100%. Yeah, okay, great. So she's actually happy. And now in our house, we have a couple of houses here. Let me track that one. I want to make sure that we're putting this person in the right house. So yeah, that is the one. Okay, so this is the one behind the tavern. That way she'll be living nice and close to where she works, which is always good. So that was this top house here, I believe. So let's do that. Yeah, it says tracking down there. So that is the one. Then under the building, this one right here. Wow, we can have loads of servers now. They're showing up. That's because it's the top level. All right, so you're going to be the tavern keeper. That's great. Now we need to get some more people in for servers. But in terms of recruits, Fergus. Who's a barfly? Great, you can spend money at there. Let's get you in. And this person will be working in the church. So again, I'm going to offer quite a lot of money because we're doing well for money anyway. And we want to get these people. So in terms of buildings for housing, just not the house we just built, basically. Any other house is fine. So you're in there and you're going to be an acolyte. All right, great. So we've got a church up and running at the same time as the tavern. Now, as I'm looking at this, do you know what? We want to put some trim around the front of this, I would say. I think the trim to add the overhang to the builds makes it look a lot nicer and it's worth the few extra resources. So put that one up there and then we're going to want to build. Yeah, this. Oh, wait, I've just built the wrong trim. That was silly. All right, so this one here, this one here. Now, let's make sure we just delete the trim here. So if I press Q, can I get to you? Wood roof trim. No, I want to get this gable one. Let me figure this out. All right, there we go. I actually got it a second time. So now we can build the proper one. Then when that's done, which is this one here, we'll look to make the front a bit nicer as well. So we can put in some decoration. First thing we should do really is add a door. Okay, that's good. And to make it a bit different, what I think I'll do is I'll add these things above the windows because we've done shutters all over the place, which are great. But I think that it'd be nice to have something a little different for these ones. And then for these windows around here, I'm going to go different again. And we're going to build these ones in here. I don't know why. I just think that kind of suits it. Okay, that's good. And I'm just looking at this. Do you know what we could do as well? Is if we go back to the structure, where are we at? The roof's down here. It's these ones. We could add these here. I think that'll look nice too. I will keep that little open planness though, because that's a bit of a theme going. So these little bits in here, we'll leave those exactly as they are. And then we'll come back to the front and put our attention here. And we're going to do a bit of something around the front. So I want some sort of fence around it. Now, I don't really want to use this because it looks like it's more of an animals sort of thing. I think this one might be good for the church, just so we're doing something a bit different. So let's see. Let's put this snapping on and rotate you around. Okay, change of plan. I actually prefer these when I'm building. So we're going to use these ones all the way around here. to make the front bit, just like this. And place you down like that. And the next thing I'd like to do is place some benches out the front here. So let's rotate that all the way around, and we'll place like a bench kind of here, put one over there, and then we can put like a bench here and one over here. Very good. And I was thinking inside what might be nice is to have a bit of a fireplace in the church, right? Because, oh, we need to go get the stuff for that. All right, I'll do that in a second. But yeah, a fireplace in there, keep people warm whilst they're attending the church. And the other thing is... No, that's looking okay, actually. And we'll do some lighting inside as well. I'll do that in a sec. Alrighty, guys. Good news. We have a ton of tradespeople that we can now negotiate with. And we're going to basically try to get them all. So we're going to offer good money for all of them in the hope that we get more back in the long run. So that's one of the 3 done. Let's see how much Margaret wants. Well, way less. Like 30 and she's 100%. 25, she's almost there. I'm going to offer the 30 just to make sure because that's actually pretty cheap. And then finally, this one here, Claire. Now that we have the temple built, she's willing to join us. So basically, it's more money for the ones who've got better stats, which makes sense. Now, with that done, in the tavern, we can add a load of servers in here, and this should help us make a bit more money. On top of that, we can give them a bit of housing. So we definitely want at least one living in there with Cornelia. That makes sense. And then what I'll do is I'll use this house here as another house for the people that are working at the tavern. And it's one of these 2 houses over here they're living in. So they're still really close, and that's going to work quite nicely. Now, at this point, our kingdom just needs to have a population of 12, and we're ready to upgrade once again as well. So that's really, really nice. We currently have 11. But what I want to do is just hold off on doing that for a second, because I think there's a lot of research that we could still be looking to do here. Like, I haven't even done a weapons rack yet, and all of this stuff here. So that's coming soon, but like the farmhouse plot and tools, we could do that. I'm going to do the weapons rack first. Let's get that going. We've had a couple of times when bandits have raided us, so I think it makes sense to start upgrading that now. But yeah, I want to make sure we've got all our ducks in a row and we don't upgrade too quickly. I think sometimes if you upgrade too quickly, it's not a good idea and actually ends up being detrimental. So just doing some more work on the church here. A couple of fireplaces at the front, A, to keep it symmetrical, and B, so that everyone's getting nice and warm in there, and it makes it a nice place for them to go. Then under, is it production? It might be services then. We have some other things we can place. Like, for example, we got a tithe box right here. So this will basically, you place it at the church and it collects donations. So we definitely want one of those. Let's see if we can encourage people. So maybe, yeah, let's make it really easy for people to give us donations, right? Let's place like one right here out the front, like somewhere just like that. Yep. Okay, that goes in there. Then as you're leaving the church, we'll place a couple actually, because, you know, maybe if you've had a good service or you want to support your church, then you can, right? So we place a couple there, just like that. All right, there we go. So that way we got a couple of them around. Maybe that will help us get some extra donations. We might as well, right? Now, inside the church, let's look to place down some lighting as well. So let's see, let's rotate around here. And we can put lights up on these. That looks pretty good. Go around the other side and place lights. Yeah, probably up a bit higher, actually. At that level is pretty good. All right, that's looking all right. And then let's see if we come right down here. Yeah, we need some lights around here as well, don't we, for the actual area where the service is being done from. So we have some lights there, and then maybe like one, yeah, maybe right up there. Oh, yeah, like that, and one over here. So this will be nice and lit up at the front. Again, by the way, I will upload this as a schematic if anybody would like to use this, and I will put that a link to that down in the description. So if anyone wants to yeah, download that, then please feel free. The only thing is we do have a fair bit of empty space in here, and that's where I'm wondering whether, yeah, there's more stuff we could be adding to this. We will unlock more things as we start to go through. So, you know, that's something we could like kind of wait for. Or we could look to add some stuff now, but I'm really not sure at this point what I would add. Okay, so I think there are a few more things we can add in here for decoration. So one thing I was thinking is we have a bit of a reading corner. So let's see, I think it's furniture actually. We've got the bookshelves right here. So yeah, we could place this down here, and let's see if we get it right back in the corner, then bring it out a little bit so there's room for the next one. We'll place like maybe 2 of these. I wonder if we can place them on top of each other. Looks like we can. Okay, that might be nice then if we can get this just about right, to get them up on top like that, and then they're a bit higher, aren't they? And then I'll place a couple more around here as well. Then we'll get some like chairs down and stuff like that. And I might better put some like lighting here. We could probably put some lamps up on top, or some candles is probably better up on top of those bookshelves. Oh, I placed those the wrong way around. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, so here we go, a little bit of a reading corner. If we go into this view, we can have a little look here, and it looks like there's enough light and stuff. We've got a few candles there. and some things are placed here, although they're not exactly the right level, but kind of works. Oh, you can actually turn these lamps on and off. I didn't realize that until now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's looking all right. And just something to add in here, because the space needed something. Now, I'm noticing as well, these need to be replaced, don't they? So let's go ahead and destroy those, and I'll place them the right way around. Okay, so we'll put one here just like this, and then one on the other side like that. Yeah, that's much better. And I'll just check as well that the one out here on the street is the right way around, which actually it is. So yeah, it's good to have one on the street, I think, because then if you come up here and do a little donation, everyone in the town can see you're doing a donation, right? So you can virtue signal. So, you know, might just drum up a little bit of extra business in that way. Now, the next thing I was thinking is we need a lot more going on around here. It's a little bit plain for what it is. So let's look at some decoration. One thing that occurred to me is we could have like the jug of wine. You know, that's like a thing in certain religions, right? I think that doesn't look too out of place being there. It could, in theory, be a jug of water as well, right? There's that. And then I was also thinking that for like baptisms and stuff like that, we could have like is this bowl going to be big enough? Yeah, it kind of works. Maybe we'll put it near that, right? And it's like a little baptismal bowl. Again, we're just role-playing a bit here, right? But I think it's better than having nothing, just to have a couple little things up there like that. Now, there are going to be some more things we're going to look to place in here, but let's go ahead and look at our research real quick. So you see I've almost researched this kitchenette, which is great because that's actually going to be an addition there for the tavern, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's right. Then I think that will unlock this, the confessional booth. Having a couple of these in here, look how good that looks as a build piece. It's going to make the church so much better. So that's actually really good timing. Oh, wait, can we still not research that just yet? Still locked. Okay, so we have to do this maybe. We'll try this. Now, this is potentially an early game bug or something because it says tithe box, but the picture is a bowl. And we have already done the tithe boxes, like we've placed them down. So not entirely sure what's going on there. But let me get that research done and then we'll see if that does unlock this next thing. Which it could do, right? Maybe that's what that is. And then the other thing as well is there's a fancy candle here for your church. And it looks like the tithe box may unlock that as well. So maybe this is the key to all of it. So if so, we'll research both of those things and include them in here after that. The research has now been completed. So I just want to have a little look in here. And yes, in fact, so once we've done the tithe box right here, both of these now are unlocked, the confessional and the votive candle, I guess is how we say that. So let's get confessional being researched. Edward can get to work on that. And in the meantime, I was just wondering whether something happened there. So like the tithe box, we think we had already unlocked that and, you know, it was placeable. So I don't know if that was meant to be the unlock. I assume that it was. I don't think there's anything under production here. No, okay. The final thing is just to check decoration and see, because it was this that was showing up, right? So yeah, I don't think that's anything. Okay, I think it's maybe just like a bug. Now, I don't know if you guys could see that, but just behind what the screen I was looking at there, it did say that a mysterious traveler has come to our village. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to know who that is, but it'd be good to have a little look around and see who they're like. Is it you? Are you the person? I'll just say keep up the good work. I think this is actually one of our citizens. I just didn't really know. It's hard to keep track of everyone. I wonder where this mysterious traveler is. Is there a way we can find them? If we go to the visitors tab, does anything show up here? No, not really. They all just seem kind of normal. I don't think there's anything too much going on there. So yeah, I wonder that maybe just like these are people that are walking in, I think, so maybe we can speak to them. I just had a quick look in the Noble Legacy Discord and someone said that it's to do with the tavern basically. So I'm thinking if we come to the tavern, maybe in here we'll find the mysterious traveler and figure out what exactly is going on here. Yeah, I wasn't able to figure out what the mysterious traveler thing is, but if you do know, please do let me know down in the comments and I can mention that then in a future video or stream or something like that. In the meantime, we're just going to wait for this research to be done and then continue building up our church. And here we are, guys. This is the votive candle. So it says a simple candle and holder for placement in a temple. Okay, so we've got that unlocked. And let's see, we should also have, there we go, the confessional booth. Oh, this is big. This is good because this will fill up some space in here. Yeah, maybe over this side, right? Because we've got other stuff going on here. So we're now able to find out our town's dirty secrets. So let's see, let's rotate this around a little bit like that. And we'll maybe have a couple, like we'll put one over here, we'll put one over here as well. That'll be good. And this may like help with upgrading the church in the future if we're able to do that, which I'm not sure if we are. But what I would like to do before we look at that is get this candle placed down as well. So let's see, votive candle. And I think right up the front here is like a great little spot for that one. And then without putting them on the floor, I don't know where else we'd actually put them. So let's just leave them there for now. And let's see here under the church building. Okay, so we could hire an extra acolyte as well. That's something. There doesn't seem to be any upgrade here, Why did I think there was a way of upgrading this? I swear I saw it somewhere, but maybe I was just wrong on that. This is where I saw it. Okay, so it requires an improved church, right, for us to upgrade our town. But there's some other stuff as well we can't even do yet, so I'm not too worried about that in terms of, you know, the upgrade of the town. We're kind of at the early access point of that. Wow, I have 1,000 fish. Hopefully we can start selling all those soon. I don't know why I just saw that. Anyway, that's where I saw that. But I guess for now, this is kind of the level. And look, everyone's coming in. They're all coming to confess all their sins. They haven't had an opportunity yet. Oh boy, things could get messy here. So guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.